Hi, my name's Wendy Tardif. I'm the Executive Director of the Dempsey Center. On behalf of the staff and the volunteers that currently work here, I want to welcome you to the Dempsey Center. You're joining a very special group of people that are dedicated and committed to making life better for people that are managing a cancer impact. I hope you'll find your time here very, very rewarding. So the Dempsey Center opened its doors in 2008 after Patrick Dempsey made the initial seed donation to get the center started in his mother's memory, and that's Amanda Dempsey. From there, we've grown through the years. We started out in a small office, a medical office on the campus of Central Maine Medical Center as a department of the hospital, and then we grew to new space in 2012, where we renovated the 5th floor of the old Knapp Shoe building at 29 Lowell Street. And then in 2018, we actually became an independent nonprofit, or something you might have heard before, a 501c3. And our official legal name now is called Dempsey Centers for Quality Cancer Care. And as a new entity, really our motivation for doing that was because we wanted to really help a lot more people throughout the state of Maine and maybe beyond in the years ahead. And in that first year, in 2018, July 1st actually, we merged with the Cancer Community Center in South Portland. So in 2008, we actually began the talks for starting the Dempsey Challenge, which is our primary fundraiser and has been our fundraiser since that time, or a primary fundraiser since that time. The Dempsey Challenge is a run, walk, and cycling event held in Lewiston, and participants raise money for the Dempsey Center. We have a minimum fundraising requirement, and that was really important to us on a number of different levels, but the main reason that it was important that we set a minimum fundraising level was so that everybody that was participating in the challenge was actually working toward helping us to provide our services at no cost to the people that use them. And so when you saw somebody come across that finish line, or you still see someone coming across that finish line, you know that they've raised at least that minimum fundraising, again, to help us keep our services at no cost. Some other special things about the Dempsey Challenge. Patrick has participated every single year. He loves the Dempsey Challenge. It was really important to him to actually use the Dempsey Challenge as our primary fundraiser, because he's very interested in wellness and supporting and promoting a healthy lifestyle. So he felt that this was a really great way in order to do that. A couple other things about the Dempsey Challenge. It brings in a lot of people from all the surrounding communities. It is a 2-day event, so we have a lot of folks that come from far away. We normally have more than 30 different states represented in our participant pool, and well over 5 different countries as well. People can fundraise, they can volunteer, they can be virtual fundraisers, so they can be fundraising from afar for us here for our event in Lewiston. We also have a lot of teams that participate. We have family teams, friend teams. We also have a lot of corporate teams that are raising money as they participate as a team for the company that they work for. During the Dempsey Challenge weekend, we have a lot of things going on, but one of our most special things that we have are the different pieces related to survivors. So we have a survivor walk, but we also give out survivor medals to anybody who participates that is a cancer survivor. We also have a lot of ways for people to just be happy and celebrate with their friends and family. We have food trucks and can't forget that beer tent. We also have a kid zone where we have a lot of games and other activities going on for families. The Dempsey Challenge is our primary fundraiser, but we also have a lot of other ways in which we raise money. And again, it's really important for us to continue to find new and fun and exciting ways to raise money, because again, our services are available to anyone that's been impacted by cancer at no cost to them. And that's really important to us that we're able to do that.
My name's Carrie Irish. I'm a clinical oncology social worker, and my role at the Dempsey Center is Director of Professional Services. So in that role, I oversee our counseling services, I oversee our services for youth and families, and our complementary therapy services. Talking about oncology counseling services, we offer those to individuals, to couples, to families impacted by a cancer diagnosis. Counseling is available not just to the person who has cancer, but to anybody that's been impacted. So sometimes we're seeing a spouse, we're seeing a best friend, we're seeing somebody's child, somebody's parent. And our focus is really on helping people to cope with the impact of cancer, to help reduce some of the distress, to help them develop their coping skills, to relieve some of the anxiety and the worry and the depression that can accompany these circumstances. Our counseling services are all offered by licensed psychotherapists, all of whom have or are working toward board certification in oncology social work specifically. And some of the benefits and outcomes of counseling are that people tend to feel like they're coping better, reduces their anxiety, reduces their depression. A lot of times people talk about sleeping better, just feeling less stressed, more at ease, and also that they tend to have an improvement in communication with their loved ones and with their treatment teams. Bereavement services at the Dempsey Centers consist of individual and family grief counseling for those who've lost a loved one to cancer. We also offer a wonderful 8-week series called Grief After Cancer Loss. It's offered 3 times a year in both of our locations, and that is a series of 8 meetings, meeting for an hour and a half a week, facilitated by one of our oncology counselors, where we talk about kind of the experience of grief and try to equip people with some of the skills that can help them through the intense pain and the difficulty of losing a loved one. And we also offer an annual memorial service in each of our centers. So those are our bereavement services. Every single day, I feel like I'm getting to see and witness the best of what human beings have to offer, both in terms of folks that walk in our doors are going through really difficult times in their lives and are demonstrating incredible resilience and all of these other great qualities. Oftentimes in the midst of really difficult times, people also still have so much gratitude and joy and hope and courage, and certainly they also have fear and worry and despair and struggle. But what shines through over and over is really the resilience of human beings. And I certainly see that in the people that I work with as well. This is a group of people, our volunteers, our staff, our donors, the communities of really, really good human beings who are just so kind and compassionate and caring and involved and wanting to help one another. So that's why I do this, and that's why I do it here.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Wing. I'm the Complementary Therapies Manager. The complementary therapy services that we offer at the Dempsey Center include oncology massage therapy, Reiki, and community acupuncture. Those services are all designed to complement the medical treatment that cancer patients are receiving and help to manage stress and improve quality of life. Oncology massage therapy is a little bit different than your average massage. It is designed to make sure that we adapt elements of the massage session to meet the needs of someone who's going through cancer treatment, and those needs are different than the average healthy person walking around in the world. So there is a specialized training that all of our licensed massage therapists receive that gives them the education to be able to safely adapt massage and make sure that it's enjoyable, comfortable, and that there are no negative effects after a session. Those sessions are available to anyone who has a cancer diagnosis or has received a treatment for cancer within the past 2 years, and massage services are also available to the loved ones of cancer patients. At the Dempsey Center, we offer community-style acupuncture, so that's a group acupuncture setting, not a one-on-one service. And for that service, you'll have up to 5 people in a room, and you'll receive treatment, the placement of very small, thin acupuncture pins from the knees down and from the elbows down. So to receive the treatment, you just roll up your pants to your knees and roll up your sleeves to your elbows. Sometimes points on the ears or the face are also used if the acupuncturist thinks it would be helpful. Acupuncture services are designed to support the medical treatment that a cancer patient is receiving and are designed to help reduce the symptoms of cancer and cancer treatment. A lot of people seek out acupuncture for management of pain or other ongoing issues, also stress and anxiety, which tend to peak during a cancer experience. At this time, anyone who is within 2 years of a cancer diagnosis or most recent treatment can have our community acupuncture services. Those services are limited to patients at this time. Reiki is a gentle relaxation therapy that is designed here to help support a cancer patient or a caregiver with relaxation and stress management. In a Reiki session, you'll be invited to relax comfortably on a table, fully clothed, maybe even tucked under a blanket if you'd like. And the volunteer Reiki practitioner will place his or her hands lightly by the head, by the shoulders, by the knees, and by the feet. And we'll just hold in those places for a few minutes while you just relax and breathe. And we've done some internal research in the past to sort of find out, well, what does that do for clients? And we've found that it really helps to reduce stress short term, increase happiness, and also decrease pain scores. We're delighted to be able to offer some services that support patients and caregivers and that help to improve the symptoms or decrease the symptoms of cancer for patients.
Hello there, my name is Judy Donnelly. I'm the Nutrition Program Coordinator here at the center, and I'm here today to tell you about the nutrition programming that we offer for our clients and the community. We have 3 different arms to our nutrition program. We have one-on-one nutrition consults, we have cooking and nutrition programs, and then finally we have our Dempsey Center Community Garden. So I'd like to tell you about all 3 of those separately. First off, I'd like to tell you about our one-on-one nutrition consults. So these are consults that are for clients or patients and their caregivers. It may be just the client or their caregiver may come along with them, and they meet with a registered dietitian who has a background in clinical nutrition and provides evidence-based information, helping people deal with whatever nutrition concerns that they might have. When we are seeing clients one-on-one, oftentimes they're experiencing a symptom related to their cancer or to the treatment of their cancer that leaves them in a position where they're not able to adequately nourish themselves. They might be experiencing some weight loss or some GI side effects. And by meeting with a nutritionist, they can sit down, talk about what their concerns are, and get some helpful tips on how to manage those concerns. The second part of our program are our cooking and nutrition classes. Most of these are also conducted by a registered dietitian, but we oftentimes will have guest chefs come in to offer a little bit of a diversity in the programming. Our cooking and nutrition classes run for about 90 minutes in time and include 15 to 20 minutes of education, plus whoever is conducting the class will make 2 or 3 recipes that go along with whatever the topic of the day is. Most of our nutrition programming is open to the public and is very much focused on prevention or cancer risk reduction. We have 3 programs that I'd like to highlight for you. First is a program that's a one-shot class called the Mediterranean Diet, and this class covers all the nuts and bolts of a healthy diet that reduces risk of cancer, an initial cancer or a recurrent cancer, but also tends to reduce risk for a lot of different chronic diseases. So the Mediterranean Diet is a great class for someone who's just looking for an introductory nutrition class. If someone is looking for a more in-depth program, they can sign up for one of our 4-part series. We have 2 of them. I'll tell you about the Nutrition for Life Anti-Cancer Diet. That's a 4-part series that runs 4 consecutive weeks typically. Again, runs 90 minutes each week, featuring a little bit of education plus several recipes. And basically, it's taking the Mediterranean diet class and spreading it out over 4 weeks and giving people more of an in-depth understanding of all the different components of the diet. And then one last class I wanted to tell you about, which is quite popular, is our Soft and Smooth class. And this is really the only class that's geared towards specifically to people who are in treatment. So Soft and Smooth is designed to give people ideas for healthy ingredients that they can put in smoothies and how to really nourish themselves when their taste buds don't feel right, their stomach isn't feeling very good, they have nausea, gas, bloating, diarrhea. We try to address all of the different symptoms that people might experience during their cancer treatment to help them nourish themselves better. So this class is open to clients or their caregivers and not the general public. So those are the classes that I wanted to feature for you, but we offer other classes as well, and as you become more familiar with the center, you can take a look at the other offerings that we have. So the third component of the nutrition program that I want to tell you about is the Dempsey Center Community Garden. So being an avid gardener myself, this program is very much near and dear to my heart. The Dempsey Community Garden is pretty much a volunteer-based program. Our garden is located in Auburn and includes 25 raised beds. We grow a ton of vegetables. The volunteers grow a ton of vegetables. And the produce is brought back to the center and used in a couple of different ways. It's used in the nutrition and cooking programming. We make soups and blend soups for clients who need to have a soft and smooth texture and are having a hard time with their nutrition. And then the balance that we don't use in our other programming is left in our reception area for clients to take home to their own kitchens. Again, this is a volunteer program. It's a great way to give back to the center. So if you hear people talking about an interest in volunteering for the program, you can always mention the Dempsey Community Garden. We're always looking for a little bit of help there.
My name is Tish Caldwell, and I am the Fitness for Life coordinator. And the work that I do here, I actually, one of the roles that I do is I do consultations with clients. I meet with clients and we talk about their physical activity goals. These are clients that have been diagnosed. Many times they come in with their caregiver. And we provide guidance as to whether, what it is they're looking for when it comes to their physical activity. We provide classes here at the Dempsey Center, yoga, Tai Chi, Pilates, a variety of classes that are actually open to a variety of our clients, caregivers, cancer survivors who want to bring a friend in. So they're really open to a wide variety of folks. The consultations are a little bit more specific to those that have been impacted by cancer. And in those consultations, again, we might refer them to classes here at the center or to resources that are provided to us outside of the center. We do have some partnerships with our local YMCAs where if a client is eligible, they actually receive a fitness center membership at one of those organizations via the Dempsey Center. We also partner with other YMCAs via a Live Strong program, which is another exercise program that we refer our clients to. So a variety of ways that we connect our clients to the physical activity goals, their exercise goals, whether they've been exercising throughout their cancer diagnosis or just trying to get back and feeling better. So a variety of ways that we help those folks. Not only are we making a difference in those folks' lives that have been diagnosed with cancer, but I've learned so much from those clients about just living life to its fullest. So I wouldn't work anywhere else but the Dempsey Center.
So hi, my name is Kaylee Sullivan. I'm the Youth and Family Services Manager here at the Dempsey Center. And I coordinate all the programming related to youth and families. So our youth and families service line is called the Healing Tree. And the Healing Tree encompasses several different elements. We offer counseling and support to children and families who may be impacted by a cancer diagnosis. So that includes a child who's impacted directly, so a child with cancer, or a child who may have an important family member, friend, or other important person who has been diagnosed with cancer. So we offer one-on-one counseling, consultations for parents, as well as peer support, group programming, and adventure-based therapeutic programming. So our support groups include Support for Seedlings, which is a group for younger children ages 6 to 12. And that group's co-facilitated with a youth yoga instructor. So it's part support group, part kind of yoga and movement class. And it really gives children an opportunity to express themselves, both in talking to each other through peer support, as well as through movement. We also have a pretty robust teen group program. So our teen group has been meeting weekly for many years and has been going strong. That group meets usually once a week here in Lewiston. It's anywhere from 6 to 10 participants every week, and it's an activities-based group. So we have some time for sharing and talking, and we also do an activity or a game every week. We also offer adventure-based programming, which consists of teen adventure days, so day trips for adolescents who've been impacted by cancer. And those can be anything from a day hike to snow tubing. We've done all sorts of different activities. And we also have a week-long therapeutic summer camp program called Space to Breathe that we're pleased to be able to offer free of charge for adolescent caregivers, so adolescents who've been impacted by a parent or sibling's cancer diagnosis. And we've recently been able to incorporate bereaved adolescents as well, so adolescents who've suffered the loss of a parent or sibling to cancer. And that program runs every summer. It's really popular and a really great experience for adolescents who've had a cancer impact. And then as far as individual services go, we offer, as I said, counseling and consultation to parents, family therapy, and there's no session limit for youth clients. So we're pleased to be able to offer services with really not much of a restriction. We obviously don't charge for any of our services. Everything's offered at no cost, like everything else here at the Dempsey Center. We're very, very pleased to be able to offer services not only to adult clients, but to youth clients as well. They're sometimes an overlooked population, but they're very much impacted the same way adults are by a cancer diagnosis. So that's the Healing Tree program.
Thank you so much for your interest in working with the center. We're glad to have you, and we hope you enjoy your experience.
At the Dempsey Center, we're excited to be able to offer all of these different services at no cost to be able to benefit cancer patients and their caregivers and to help them relax, take some time off from being a cancer patient or being a cancer caregiver, and support them in whatever way they need support.
I just want to welcome you again, and I look forward to getting to know you in the coming months. And I know I can speak for the rest of the staff and our volunteers when I say that as well. So welcome.